Hi there, everybody. I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my weekly astrological report for September the 16th. Okay, so I am feeling a little better, but I still, as you can probably hear, I still have my respiratory issues. So this is a big week coming up. There's like 5 or 6 major planetary interactions of full moon and the sun and another planet transiting into the next sign. So there's a lot going on. So with the planetary report, I have 2 things. There's the planetary report, which is on my blog under jenniferangel.com. Go at the top under free resources and you go down, you can click onto the blog. Actually, you can access it from the horoscope page. And of course, then there's your weekly horoscopes. So I'm going to just give just a brief overview of the planetary because I want to get right through without my voice totally going. So you can go ahead and read the rest of, the full blog because, as I said, there's a lot going on this week on my website. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, we do have the full moon this week, and it's in the sign of Pisces, which is also a lunar eclipse. So that means that the sun is right opposite in Virgo. And when there's an eclipse, even though I think this one is a partial eclipse, it's still like a full moon on steroids, So, so this lunar eclipse between these 2 signs presents a very good balance between the logical being Virgo and the intuitive being Pisces. So you want to remember also that the most potent time of the full moon or lunar eclipse is just before it happens, like that day leading up to, because then the moon is getting fuller. Once it is full, it then starts to wane and starts to, get smaller and dissipate. That's a good time to putting things afar. So leading up to the full moon is a good time to attract things. So great time to get affirmations in place. And just to be positive about life and things, try to see life as half full, the glass is half full, not half empty. Focus on what's working for you, what's not working for you. And always remember to start your affirmations with I am or I am now. And as a matter of fact, if you love daily horoscopes, which is what I'm really known for with the years and years, 10 years I was writing for Harper's Bazaar and New York Daily News. So daily horoscopes and a very extensive monthly horoscope report, like 4 pages long, are available in my subscription program, Astro Wealth Wisdom. So you can do like a free month trial, cancel anytime, just give it a go, see how you like it. And that's emailed to you every single day with lots of other things too, features from guests and all the rest of it. All right, so starting off, the lunar eclipse in Pisces is on September the 17th. It's particularly when a lunar eclipse presents like the most potent energy and opportunity for transformation. And that really helps you just have that deep emotional release. Excuse me, can I have a few of them through here? So the lunar eclipses just intensifies, as I said, it intensifies the energy of the full moon and just magnifies your intuitive insights and just bringing hidden feelings up to the surface. A lot more of that in the full report. But I'm going to go on to the next day, September the 18th, when Mercury in Virgo is opposite Saturn in Pisces. Now, Mercury in Virgo, which is one of the signs that Mercury rules, the other being Gemini, opposite Saturn in Pisces, does create some tension between being practical in the Virgo and a bit like dreamy and idealistic in the Pisces. Okay, so This aspect encourages a balance between grounded thinking and imaginative expression. So, excuse me. So once again, this, these opposites do help if you can like combine both together, okay? And on September the 19th, the Sun in Virgo is going to trine. Now, we love the trines because it's like an easy passage. Going to trine with Uranus in Taurus. Now, this trine between the Sun in Virgo and Uranus in Taurus builds a harmonious connection between, once again, being practical and having like inspiration and innovation about things. So there's already a story happening coming through. You can see quite often the energy just builds and builds and builds. It's like a layer, and you can always see that layer coming through between being practical and intuitive. So this is a time where you can just embrace opportunities for growth and experimentation. And it's a favorable time just to enhance your work-life balance and just to adopt new methods that align with your values. And that's the key point there. Find out what are your values and make sure that your actions, your thinking, and your actions are aligned with your values, not with what someone else wants you to do, okay? All right, once again, there's a lot more in the blog on that aspect as well. But moving on, September the 21st, the Sun in Virgo is going to be opposite Neptune in Pisces. So the opposition between planets, or a planet and a luminary in this case, is like a trigger point, okay? So while the Sun in Virgo seeks clarity, order, practicality, Neptune's like just ethereal influence of Neptune can sometimes just blur the boundaries and, introduce some confusion or unrealistic expectations. So you want to find balance once again between your analytical nature and your imaginative insights and inspiration that Neptune sort of offers, all right? And that's going to allow for both grounded decision making and creative inspiration, okay? Right, so moving on for September the 21st still. Excuse me. With the Sun in Virgo. Did that one? Sorry, Sun in Virgo still, right? Trines. We have another trine, and this time it's trining with Pluto in Capricorn. So with this trine, this aspect really enhances your ability to harness your inner strength, okay? Because the Pluto is really about that deep inner strength. When we think, I don't know how I would ever handle that if you hear someone else going through something. Well, sometimes you really don't know until you're going through it. And when you are going through something, it like highlights, I do have this inner strength and I am stronger than what I thought I was. All right. So in this case, it just sort of opens up and allows you to just approach tasks with that determination and focus that sometimes you don't even realize you have. And in that case, it just helps to drive, change, but meaningful change in your life. And overall, it's a favorable period for personal growth and just for making impact and change in your life. And when you do that, you want to sort of think, if I make this change in my life and I really consciously, commit to making that change, who else in your life is going to be impacted by that? Because, when we make a change in our own life, then that energy and that vibratory energy then, reverts out to other people. So who else is going to benefit from you making that change? And sometimes I find if you can think about that, it just helps with your discipline and helps you to follow through and do it. And, even though at the end of the day, you have to make the change for yourself, sometimes it just gives you that extra boost if you can think about how it's going to help others as well. Then on September the 22nd, the Sun is going to transit from Virgo and move into the next sign, which is Libra. So still happy birthday, Virgo, and also happy birthday coming up for Libra. So this, once the Sun transitions from Virgo to Libra, it's making the autumn equinox, and also it's just the beginning of a season that empathizes balance, harmony, and of course relationships, because Libra is all about the relationship that you have with others, okay? And not just with others. I mean, sometimes it can be with the dealings that you're having with others that can bring in all sorts of other areas of your life, okay? So with this transition, it just encourages a greater emphasis on cooperation, social interactions as well, and just navigating partnerships. I mean, we always think of that seventh house where Libra is as the love house, but really it's just about all relationships. As I said, it's about just relationships that you have with other people. And so just try to embrace this period to cultivate connections and just find ways to create harmony in your surroundings, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's just compromising a little. Maybe it's just trying to respond rather than react. And, you know, as the energies of Libra, you know, that it just invites in that collaboration and that energy of unity and connection. So that's what we want to be focusing on for this week. And also on the 22nd, Venus, the planet of love and money, is going to transit from Libra, where it's more about love and more about, as I said, the relationship you have with others, and it's going to move into Scorpio. So as it moves into Scorpio, there's going to be more emphasis on you know, encouraging deeper connections with people and deeper emotional connections, and, you know, connections that are more authentic. And these are like the connections that really have the capacity of lasting, you know, have more longevity when you get that, when you're authentic and you build that deeper connection. So this transit invites you to explore all the complexities of love, intimacy. So don't be surprised if it's stirring up some feelings that may have been simmering beneath the surface for a while. So yeah, there's a lot going on this week. So the whole week is marked by very significant celestial shifts that invite deep reflection and transformation. The lunar eclipse in Pisces, that's going to, you know, just illuminate emotional landscape and just for you to go in more inward for your inner wisdom. And it just helps to promote, to release you know, anything that you don't need anymore, anything that you're holding on to, and try to use your intuition and also creativity. I find it useful, you know, just on my downtime to switch from the business mode to go more in heart. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I love to color in mandalas. Yeah, just coloring books, not like the paint by numbers thing, just old-fashioned coloring books with the old-fashioned coloring pencils. And I love that. I just sort of go, okay, what color variation? I often think of the sun signs and think, okay, I'm going to make this one all watery and blue and like get a Pisces sort of dreaming feel about it. But I love movies too for this, just to get into that other space. So find something creative in your life that you can use just to get into that other space. And when you do that, that's when I always loved the way many years ago, and I saw Deepak Chopra in Australia up on the stage, and he said, I've shared this before, some of you might remember. He said, listen, if you're always busy all the time, you don't make that space to move into another vibratory space, then there's nothing there to fall through the cracks. Like there's no inspiration that can happen because you're filling up every moment with busyness. So part of that, just stepping aside with creativity, helps to just bring stillness and put you into another space. And that then stops all the frantic busyness and just helps for your intuition to come through and be birthed, and for you to listen more intently to your inner wisdom. Okay. Excuse me. And so Mercury is going to be in opposition with Saturn in Pisces, as I mentioned. So it's going to challenge communication and just bring more structure to your thoughts. Okay. And, you know, as the Sun in Virgo trines with Uranus, that's going to be like, Uranus is a very creative energy. So it's going to just uncover ideas can come forward. And particularly if you just take a moment just to make some space, some mind space and some physical space, then that creativity can really sort of jump out at you then when you least expect it. Okay. And with the oppositions that we have, that can bring some confusion or idealistic sort of tendencies. And you want to just try and ground that. I love being idealistic because that stretches your mind, like stretches your mindset. But I like to be a little bit realistic as well. And that is the big theme that's coming through this week, is to, yes, stretch out and be idealistic, but also be a little bit realistic as well. In other words, just to stay grounded, okay? And remember that a thought by itself is just a thought. A thought with action after the thought, then something can be birthed, and that's when things can really happen. But you still need that time first just to get the creative thought, okay? And as the Sun has the transition from Virgo to Libra, this is going to help to just shift your focus towards more harmony in your life, more balance, more fairness, putting yourself in somebody else's shoes to see what would they do, how would they feel, and it just focuses on relationships more. And the same as Venus moves from Libra to Scorpio, it's going to help to just deepen your desire just to be more authentic. And it's particularly, you know, with intense relationships, and not to be so reactive. So overall, this week does call for a balance between just being practical and also looking for and engaging with yourself on an emotional level, that emotional depth. And that invites you just to navigate your inner world, your inner wisdom, and just to gain more clarity and confidence. Okay. All right. So normally at this point, I would go on and give you the sun sign report. But as of last week, I'm going to send you to the website, jenniferangel.com. Horoscopes up on the menu, and there you will get you will get a link to the blog, and you'll be able to read your sun sign reports, and they're the reports that are published in Star Magazine. Okay. Thank you for your understanding. Hopefully next week I'll be better still. So please go along and visit the site. I'd love that. And please support me by liking my videos so the algorithms know to give it to other people. And if you haven't subscribed, then I'd appreciate that, because that would really help my channel. All right. God bless you. Have a great week, everybody. And we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Okay. Bye for now.